Hello everyone, today I will be showing you the basics you need to know to start using After Effects as your editing software. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comments down below, and subscribe for more editing tutorials like this. Okay, now that you have opened your new project, you want to create a composition to lay your edit on. You can do this by either pressing on the new composition square you have in front of you or on the composition category you have above the pressing new composition. Now that you have your composition is all set, you want to add you pictures or clips. Now you can do this by either clicking on the blank area you have over here or going to File, Import and Import File, and the picture will show up in the same blank area. You now want it to add it to your edit by dragging it all the way where your layers are supposed to be. To zoom in, out, rotate, or position your picture, you want to press on the small arrow next to the layers, which will give you a list of different options to choose from, and each one of them stands for a different thing and has its own shortcut, which I will be listing for you on the screen right now. As you can see, my picture here is off the frame, and to zoom in on it, I will use the scale and increase it in order to have my picture fully on frame. And to not have half of Zendaya's head cut off, I will use the position option to slightly lower the picture down. And because this clip is too long, I will use Ctrl-Shift-D on my keyboard to cut the clip where I want it to end and delete the rest with the Delete key. Now I will pre-compose my clip by right-clicking it and pressing pre-compose, which will give you two boxes. Just select the second one. And basically what this does, generate your clip almost as a new clip, so when I change its position again, while editing the rest, access of the photo won't be in my way. You are now ready to make your first transition, which in this video I will show you how to zoom in and out. You know by now that you will need the scale option to zoom in and out of a clip, but to make a transition you will need to add keyframes to the layer. How, you may ask? Well, you need to press on the clock icon beside the word scale, which will give you a diamond icon under your layer. Then go to the end of your clip and press again on the diamond to place another keyframe, which you will increase the scale on that second keyframe. Right now, it looks like a very awkward zoom. Therefore, this is where the graphs come in. You will need to select your keyframes and use the shortcut F9 to easy the keyframes for a smoother transition. You now can basically just copy my graph for this first clip, and just like that, it looks way smoother than before. I will now add a new picture to continue the transition and do the exact same thing I did to the previous photo. However, in the second part of this transition, you will need to decrease the first keyframe and keep the second keyframe at 100%. And you will need to use a slightly different graph, but it's not that big of a difference. You can see that there is this odd-looking black space around the second picture. To get rid of it, just go to Effects and Presets, where you will find most of the famous editing effects. But to cover the black space, you will need to drag Motion Tile onto your clip, then adjust the output width and height to anything above 250. I usually go to 300, just in case. And it's optional to add mirror edges. It just inverts the edges, which I believe looks better than the regular. Okay, now you can use this small icons above the layer. The motion blur one just gives some blur to the clip while it's in motion, obviously. You can see the difference over here. The adjustment layer 1 isn't that important. I never really used it. The last one, which is the 3D cube one, is used to make you edit your clip in 3D, especially rotate as, gives you 3 different rotation options, and each one rotates the clip in a different direction. The X rotation rotates the up and down. Y rotation rotates the sides, and the Z rotation is just a regular rotation. These may be helpful later on when making a 3D Cubie edit and so on. The last one, which is the opacity, is used to fade out or in any clip and is used as shown here as any other effect. You can increase it to fade in and decrease it to fade out. Just copy what I do right now. Let me get into these icons above real quick. The mouse icon can just move your clip around and manually change the position. The small hand makes you able to move the whole composition around. And the magnifying glass just zooms on your clip. And other 5, I never really used, so you can basically ignore them. The square is used to make a mask, and what a mask does is it selects only the part that you chose from your clip and vanishes the rest. It's quite the same as the pen tool. However, on the pen tool you can make whichever shape you want. The letter T is to add your text to the clip. And edit how it looks with the options you have on the right, where you can adjust many things about the text, such as the size, or many, or individual words, or the font of your text, and many other features. The last I also never used, so we will ignore them. Now that we are done, you want to save your edit by going to File, Export, then Add to Render Queue. Then you will see that the bottom of your screen has changed. This will make you able to render your edit in any settings and change the file name to your liking. Once you've finished adjusting, you only need to click the render button on the bottom right, and you will be all set. Just wait until the edit is fully rendered and don't close After Effects. Okay, that's it for this video. Hope it was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated whenever I post a new tutorial, and hope you have a great day. See you in the next video.